Hello, Serge here from the back porch. We have a question here, and it comes from Harold, who's one of my regular students here in the Greenville area. And Harold brings up a good question in terms of how things can be reworded and make us confused. And he says this: in the May issue of Golf Magazine, there is an article on Graham McDowell in which he states that to hit mid and long irons properly, you have to hit down on them. This has started some confusion around here. I guess around here means his golf course where he plays, where some say you hit the clubs in an upswing, others say sweep the club. I am in the consensus to hit the clubs at the bottom of the swing and pop up. I would like your input to this. Okay, Harold, I think anybody that's been around this side long enough to know is that I believe anything with the word down, D-O-W-N, is bad as far as a golf swing comes. In fact, I call it one of the death knells of the golf swing, because ironically, or actually, the downswing is down. Down is free. We all know that if I let go of this club, it's going to drop, and so gravity is free. And if we put, and the freest part of the golf swing, put all our emphasis on going and hitting down on the ball, I think we're just adding too much energy, and in many cases to down, and in many cases the hitting, if you really try to hit down from the top, I think most people will find that if you videotape yourself and just close your eyes and swing it, you're going to see that it tends to move the upper body first, which right there is an issue with the timing sequence, because the downswing is supposed to start, or the forward upswing as I call it, is supposed to start from the ground up where the lower body leads, and as it runs away from the upper body tilts backwards a little bit, which keeps us behind the ball, gives the arms a room to square out at impact, to hit the ball and stand up. And I'm always talking about best divots are ones where we nip the ball, kind of clip the ball off the ground, have shallow divots that tear the grass out of the ground, don't dig it out. So all of those things are about up, as you said in here, pop-up. And as I call it, what I like to see is hit the ball and stand up AFAP, as fast as possible. And as far as I'm concerned, once you've hit it, you can't stand up fast enough. I use the comment that if my eyes were closed until I ring the bell and I stop my transition, as soon as I ring that bell and stop my transition, and the weight hits my left foot, if my eyes were closed as quick as I can open them up, I want to be standing here looking at the ball in the air. And so I asked the question, how fast can you open your eyes? That's the extreme of Pop-Tart. You want to hit that ball and just bang, you've hit it and you're up. And by up I mean that you have to get your whole body standing up to look at the target. And so I think that's a big issue. And hitting down on a ball does nothing but cause a lot of problems. I've already stated the upper body can move forward. And when that happens, you're very likely releasing the club too soon. Your divots get too deep. The ground can start slowing the club up. It can twist the club in your hands, which will make the ball start off and fly the wrong way. And eventually, you hit it enough, it can start putting a lot of stress and strain running up through your fingers, to your wrists, to elbows and shoulders, and even to your back, causing all those kind of injuries with ligaments getting torn, or at the least they start getting inflamed, and that causes aches and pains. So taking big divots and really hitting down on the ball does nothing good for the golf swing except mess it up and mess you up physically. And so our comment is, all we want to do is nip the ball, take those thin divots, tear the grass out, and swing up to the tee finish. And if you do that, I think you'll be hitting the ball a lot better than you've done. Anyone who does that, when they change from hitting down and start standing up, everything starts to change. They hit it more solid and straight. And when you add all of that up, that leads to shooting lower scores, because when you hit your ball where you want it to go, golf becomes a lot more enjoyable, and satisfaction enters your feelings, because now what do we all want to do? Look where we want it to go, and then hit the ball where we looked. And if you're looking in the right places, the ball's going in the right places, you'll be shooting lower scores. So let's take down out of the game. Anything to do with down I think is bad. Swing up to the tee finish, shallow divots, and you'll be hitting it more solid and straight and shooting those lower scores. Well, that's it for the Search for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.